evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to tonight's concert. There are a few acknowledgments we'd like to make at the beginning of our program that without these people, none of this would be possible. And I'm not going blind, it's just, this is dark. First, I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Varner, the Board of Education, the administration from both schools, Mr. Alford, Mr. Garrity, Ms. Cave, and Ms. Fuquay. And without their support and help, our jobs would be much more difficult than what they are. You really just don't know how much they help us on a daily basis. And there's so many things they do behind the scenes, and we appreciate that. Representative Alan Baker, who's been so generous to the band these last couple of years, I always want to make sure I give him a thank you. Mr. Turk at the elementary school, who prepares these kids and teaches them music, but more than teaching them necessarily the fundamentals of music, which he does, he teaches them how to love music. And also Mr. Blackman, who does a fantastic job. We're blessed to have strong music programs from elementary through high school. We have community partners. There are foundations in our community who help the band, who like to stay anonymous, but we want to publicly acknowledge, let them know that we do appreciate you. The band boosters, who without their help, we could not move from one place to another. The parents are truly the engine that drives everything we do. So all of you parents at work, thanklessly, thank you so much. I would like to make a special thank you to the Weyerhaeuser Giving Fund Committee. The Weyerhaeuser this year, we received a grant from them, and we were able to scholarship 7 students for our San Antonio trip, and that is a huge thing. And so I would want to thank again the Weyerhaeuser group for that. And lastly, of course, we want to thank the students who are here, who have worked very hard for several years at this point. We thank those students for all their hard work and dedication. Before you, we have the Middle School Advanced Band under the very competent direction of Miss Jacqueline Rhodes. Their first piece tonight is Matrix March by Ed Huckabee. There's nothing like a good march to make you tap your foot and to start the patriotic blood flowing. From the traditional introduction and melodic first strain to the contrasting dogfight section with its unique style, this march will have you smiling and humming along from the very beginning. Voltage is the total energy required to move an electrical charge between 2 points. In this composition, searing musical energy is captured utilizing driving rhythms, striking dynamic contrast, and bold percussion, which gives this piece real electricity. The Adventure Begins by Matt Conway is unabashedly cheerful. The composer was happy when he wrote it, and happy music was the result. The composition simply reflects his delight in traveling to new places and allowing himself to take in the new sights and sounds of somewhere new. This piece is very contemporary and features percussion. You'll notice the percussion will fade out at the very end as if the composer is sad for the adventure to end. Storm Warning by Robert Sheldon. The shores of the Great Lakes are infamous for their intense storms. This piece attempts to paint a musical portrait of the beautiful lake shore before and during one of those events.
I would like to say thank you to Brewton City Schools for all that you do to support the arts. We have the best administration with our superintendent, Dr. Varner, and our principals, Ms. Kay and Ms. Buquay. Thank you for all of your support. It's valued and appreciated. Thank you also to Mr. Turk for all that you do at the elementary level. Without you, they would not be interested early enough for it to matter at the middle school or high school. So thank you for all that you do as well. Thank you to Mr. Russ Haig for still coming by the middle school, quite possibly the most positive person I've ever met, and I'm very blessed to have him come into the middle school and help out. Thank you to Mr. Cornett for all of your help and support as well. Thank you for your extraordinary work for the high school and for making my students excited about the future. Thank you to the school board and the T.R. Miller Band Boosters for all of your financial support. Without your help, we would not have the equipment or the music that is needed. Also, thank you to the parents for getting students to and from practices, parades, games, and other events. Without your dedication to the program, none of this would be possible. At this time, I would like to recognize a few students. When you hear your name, please stand. Auburn Honor Band, Abby Madden. Thank you. Sanford Honor Band, First Chair Caleb Ray. District Honor Band, Abby Madden, Chloe Higdon, Gracie Peters, Logan Richburg, Caleb Ray, Troy Colbreth, and Christian Ellington. Thank you. And last for student honors, All-State Band, Abby Madden, Christian Ellington, and Caleb Ray. I've been very proud of this band this year. They had a successful fall and they got overall superior ratings at MPA. The students have worked very hard since July, and I'm just incredibly proud of everything that they've accomplished this year. MPA got interesting because our bus drivers took the most scenic route that you could take to Enterprise, Alabama. Why go through 2 counties when you can go through 4? So when we got there, I was pretty much a squirrel in traffic and trying to hide it. You know, I was very beside myself. And I told my chaperones, I said, I'm going to be gone to register, and when I come back, I hope that everything's unloaded and that they're ready to go. And when I came back, it was. And I told the chaperones, I said, thank you so much. And 2 of them said, this wasn't us, they just did it. So it's amazing to be able to take a group of middle schoolers off and to just for them to do what is needed to do. It's just really amazing. I would like to say that I'm, I would like to say thank you to the 8th graders. I'm truly going to miss you. We've seen a lot of change together, but we survived it all, so thank you so much for all that you've contributed to the band this year. For our last piece, sure. Our last piece tonight is entitled Alliance by William Pallange. Alliances are central to the success of any project. People looking past their differences to achieve a common goal has been a hallmark for our country since its inception. Whether it's a task as complex as our civic leaders crafting a path for our future, or one as simple as band students preparing a piece with their classmates, working together is an essential part of the process. Alliance is a celebration of the great things that are possible when we work together. next band to perform is our award-winning Symphonic Band. The band has had a very successful year by receiving 10 Superior Trophies and a Best-in-Class Majorette Trophy at Marching Band Contest, a Superior rating at MPA, and winning second place at the Fiesta Flambeau Parade in San Antonio just a couple of weeks ago. We could not be more proud of the students for their hard work, but we also need to acknowledge the parents and community for their support and encouragement. We will begin our performance tonight with two classic band pieces, At the Strongholds of En-Gedi by David Holsinger and As Summer Was Just Beginning by Larry Dane. At the Strongholds of En-Gedi, the Old Testament book of 1 Samuel relates the episode of King Saul's jealousy towards David and his army. After surviving several attempts upon his life by Saul, David and his army eventually settle in the caves of En-Gedi to hide. This is a musical depiction of those chases, escapes, and eventual reconciliation of Saul to David. As summer was just beginning, James Dean experienced the brightest and briefest movie career ever. In 16 months, he made 3 blockbuster movies, but only one had been released when he was killed in a car accident at age 24. 64 years after his death, James Dean is still a hero to succeeding generations.
few things I need to take care of as well. I hope you bear with me. These are your kids, so surely you will. A few things I need to acknowledgments I want to make about the student achievements this year. First off, I have a few students that participated in honor bands, and I'd like to recognize them. So when I call your name, please stand up. Ashley Kane, Auburn Honor Band. Will Terrell is probably already standing, but he can wave his sticks at you for Troy Honor Band and District Honor Band. We have Hayden Halsey, District Honor Band. And we have Andrew Ray, Sanford Honor Band, District Honor Band, All-State Honor Band, Red Band, that's the top band. He does okay. We think he'll be all right one day, if he just keeps working at it. So I want to go through now some senior band members, and they know this is coming. So band members, seniors, as I call your name, just stand as I read off your information, then you can have a seat. Otherwise, you'll be standing for a little while. But we are very proud of these seniors, and I'm not going to wax poetic too long here, but I'll just say this. At the bottom of my heart, you know, I love the band. These seniors are a very special group of kids. And I told them the other day in rehearsal, on our last rehearsal, how much they mean to me, and so I won't go over it again. But I hope that they truly know how much they mean to me, and I love each and every one of them, and I wish them the best of luck in their future plans. And we're just very thankful for you sharing them with us while you did. And I'll go through these names now. We're going to go in alphabetical order. Julia Blackman. Julia will attend Coastal Alabama Community College and will major in paralegal studies. Yeah, you can clap. Paige Brooks. Paige has enlisted in the U.S. Army and will pursue a career in culinary arts. Lexi Brownlee. Lexi will attend Troy University in the fall and will, you guys stand all the time. The whole time. I gotta read all the stuff off, Lexi. It's you, girl. You gotta stand. Everybody in the door. You might want your autograph at the end. This is the girl. She will attend Troy University in the fall and will either major in English or chemistry. She received several scholarship offers, but accepted the Chancellor Scholarship from Troy. Sarah Catherine Bird. Sarah Catherine plans to attend Troy University and join the ROTC program. Her major is undecided, but she'll do great no matter what she chooses. Madeline Crane. Madeline will attend the University of Alabama and major in biology. If I was an Auburn fan, I'd say Roll Tide, but somebody is in their heart for you. Jamaica Culliver plans to enlist in the Air Force and pursue a career as a mechanic. Sarah Grace Garrity will be attending Troy University in the fall and majoring in nursing. Ultimately, she would like to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. She has received several scholarships from Troy, including the Chancellor Scholarship, and locally she received the Laura Higdon Scholarship from Trustmark. Ryder Jernigan, he's back there standing up, he can wave at you. Ryder will attend University of Mobile and major in elementary education. He received the Laura Higdon Scholarship from Trustmark. Avery Johnson. Avery plans to attend a regional community college and would like to become a registered nurse. Desiree Albert will attend Coastal Alabama Community College for the dental hygiene program. George Bayard. There you go. Thank you, George. Plans to major in biology, first by attending Coastal Alabama in Bay Minette, where she has received the Ambassador Scholarship. She plans to transfer to UAB to finish her degree and eventually enlist in the Air Force. Tess Thomas plans to attend UAB in the fall and major in neuroscience. She has received an Academic Achievement Scholarship from UAB, the Southern Pine Electric Cooperative Scholarship, and the Laura Higdon Foundation Scholarship from Trustmark. Last but certainly not least is Bentley Webb. Bentley will be attending the University of Alabama and will major in nursing. She has received an academic scholarship from the University of Alabama. She received the Laura Higdon Scholarship from Trustmark and scholarships from Southern Pine and Distinguished Young Woman. How about a hand for these seniors, ladies and gentlemen? Our next piece tonight is a Longford Legend. This is one of the pieces that we performed at MPA this year. This was the final piece of our MPA concert, and I thought it was appropriate to play something from that because we know most parents can't attend MPA. This piece was written in 1996. It is based on the composer's impressions of 3 poems found in a collection of 18th century Irish ballads. Robert Sheldon wrote this piece as a tribute to the wonderful music of the 3 most important composers for band. I would say probably the 3 most early composers, but arguably overall. Percy Grainger, Gustav Holst, and Ralph Vaughan Williams. And if you don't know those cats, and this doesn't mean anything to you, but if you do know those guys and you're familiar with the music, then you will notice several little things in here that he wrote as an homage to them. It changes entirely, all the way through. This is a 3-movement piece. So once we stop the first time, you don't have to clap. We're going to turn the page, and we'll stop again and turn the page. Okay, so just to help you not clap. Thank you very much. Longford Legend.
Thank you.